Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has rejected claims that he's attempting to avoid addressing issues facing the government. The Prime Minister's comments come on the heels of what he describes as inaccurate media reports regarding the government's position on the Venezuelan Vice President's visit to this country in March. KHRYSTAL Wilson has more.
The Prime Minister said he spent the last few weeks observing the media and the stories published by media houses that appear to suggest that both he and the members of his government have not been transparent in their responses to government-related matters. The Prime Minister, at Thursday's post-cabinet media briefing, said he has not been hiding and, to prove this, addressed the matter of the Rio Treaty head-on. He referenced his statements at a previous post-cabinet media briefing in which he outlined this country's position with regard to the Rio Treaty.
This invocation of the Rio Treaty, which some people refer to as an obsolete treaty, because it's a relic of the Cold War, which has never been used, and in today's world, to say that you could intervene in another country because you don't like the government is a dangerous development. Not to mention that it runs counter to the Charter of the United Nations and the Constitution of the OAS itself.
The matter of the Rio Treaty arose after the visit of the Venezuelan Vice President, Delcy Rodriguez, to this country on March 27th. U.S. Ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago, Joseph Mondelo, also expressed concern on the matter, saying he warned Minister Young of a breach of the Rio Treaty with the consistency of Rodriguez's visit. But the Prime Minister would have none of it and said that several articles in the local media were published intentionally to misinform the public.
Last week you had a field day about the ambassador. I am not dealing with that because the ambassador does not change what I've just said there. And you are just engaging in speculation and misrepresentation of that. Because last week I took careful note of a number of instances of misrepresentations by elements of the local media who do that in furtherance of preservation of their own agenda or discourse.
The Prime Minister said he also noted that reports published in the local media have led to members of the public calling for the resignation of National Security Minister Stuart Young.
Last week, while you thought I was hiding, I was reading everything you wrote, right? You reached a point of calling for minister's head, taking objection to me being in my garden when I should be firing minister. I mean, even my garden you had trouble with. So anyway, but this is Trinidad and Tobago. We have a wonderful time in these kind of petty things. But this is not petty. This is a serious matter of the foreign policy of Trinidad and Tobago.
The Prime Minister maintained that government's priority will always be to protect the interests of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. KHRYSTAL Wilson, TTT News.